Hello, and welcome to another episode in the Georgia Workers' Compensation video series. My name is Jason Perkins. I'm an attorney who specializes in handling Georgia workers' compensation cases. I created this series of videos to provide people who've been hurt at work in Georgia with helpful information about Georgia's workers' compensation laws and the benefits they should receive under those laws. Now, let's jump straight into today's topic. Today, I'd like to talk about whether an adjuster in a Georgia workers' compensation claim will hire a nurse case manager. Now, adjusters in Georgia workers' compensation claims are not required to hire nurse case managers, but they often do. So, before we jump into why and how that works, let's first talk about what a workers' compensation adjuster is and what a nurse case manager is. A workers' compensation adjuster is the person primarily responsible for making decisions for the workers' compensation insurance company about your claim. The adjuster primarily manages your claim for the insurance company. The adjuster will decide what benefits the insurance company is going to voluntarily pay to you in your workers' compensation claim. Now, a nurse case manager is somebody who's primarily responsible for dealing with medical treatment decisions and what happens with regard to medical treatment in a workers' compensation claim. Often, the nurse case manager may attend doctor's appointments and may also speak with the doctors and other medical providers in your workers' compensation claim. Now, as I mentioned earlier, adjusters in Georgia workers' compensation claims are not required to hire nurse case managers. But since they often do, let's talk about how adjusters hire nurse case managers in workers' compensation claims. There's two ways that they can do that in Georgia workers' compensation claims. The first way has existed for quite a while, and that is by agreement. When a nurse case manager is hired by agreement, it requires both you and the insurance company to agree that there's going to be a nurse case manager on your claim. So if either side does not agree, then a nurse case manager is not appointed by agreement. Now, as I mentioned, it's been the rule for a number of years that nurse case managers can be appointed by agreement. But the law was changed a few years ago to allow insurance companies to appoint nurse case managers without your agreement in a workers' compensation claim. This basically means that the insurance company can, on its own, decide that it's going to appoint a nurse case manager on your case, and you cannot refuse to have them on your case. Now, insurance companies are for-profit businesses. That means that they're in business to make money. They make money by taking in workers' compensation premiums from employers. So just like you and I pay for car insurance or homeowners insurance, businesses pay workers' compensation insurance premiums so that they're covered under workers' compensation. Then the workers' compensation insurance company has to spend money when claims are filed because they may have to pay out certain benefits. And so they're seeking to take in as much as they can and pay as little as they can. Now, when a workers' compensation insurance company hires a nurse case manager workers' compensation claim, that's costing them money because they're having to pay for the services of the nurse case manager. So they must believe that they're saving money in the amount of workers' compensation benefits they do when they do that. Otherwise, since they're not required to hire a nurse case manager, they would just choose not to hire a nurse case manager in your claim if they didn't think that it was going to save them money. I hope you found the information in this video helpful. If you have, please consider two things before you go. First, I'd really appreciate if you give this video a like or a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to this channel if you'd like to be notified of future videos in the Georgia Workers' Compensation video series. Second, if you've got workers' compensation questions, please reach out to get answers. I offer free consultations in Georgia workers' compensation cases. If you'd like to set one of those up, there's two easy ways you can do so. The first is by calling the phone number at the bottom of the screen, and the other is by reaching out to us to our website, which is www.perkinslawtalk.com. Just click on and submit the free consultation request form there, and a member of our team will reach out to you and get a consultation scheduled. I'd like to thank you again for watching this video today. I'd like to wish you the best of luck as you recover from your injuries.